Check out merch from Mitchell Davis, Shake Hard, Smash, Ray William Johnson, Mr. Guitar Man, Duncan Rhodes, Mika Kitty, All Cups, Jimmy Ron, Jenna Marbles, Strawberry 17, and hundreds more.
Hi. What? It's day 2 of VidCon and I can still speak. Yeah. How fun was last night's concert? Everyone for trying very hard to take my voice. Yeah, no, I certainly couldn't sing Double Rainbow by the end. That was magical. Thank you guys all for being part of that, unless you missed it, in which case, oh wow, I'm sorry. The first thing I want to say is I want to say a big thank you to all of the VidCon volunteers. Everybody see? Everybody you see your day in a red shirt. You know the time, it won't matter if you suck if you don't take it serious. The time I really looked when you're out there on the phone, I can see it in your eyes that you just don't care anymore. We're making a mistake, it's just a chance you gotta take. You gotta shake your booty, shake your booty, shake your booty. You gotta shake your booty, shake your booty, shake, shake, shake your booty, oh yeah, shake your booty, shake your booty, yeah, shake your booty, shake your booty. You gotta take it, you gotta shake the booty, shake the booty, shake, shake, you gotta shake the booty, shake the booty, shake, shake. If you like the way you make it while you dance, you know the whole world will be at your feet. Nothing ever happens if you never take a chance, and as long as you advance, you'll never be complete. The time I really love is when you're up there on the phone, I can see it in your eyes that you just don't care anymore. We're making a mistake, it's just a chance you gotta take. You gotta shake your booty, shake your booty, shake your booty, yeah, you gotta shake your booty, shake your booty, shake, shake. Well, I can tell you want this life, and I can't tell you want it bad. Can you tell me that this is the most fun you've ever had? But life can always be like this, so I got to let you know that you can have this all the time. You can only let it go. Oh, everybody sucks, yeah. We all make mistakes, but no one can shake a booty. You shake it, shake it, shake it off. Shake a booty, oh yeah, shake a booty. Shake a booty, yeah, shake a booty, shake a booty. It's just a chance you gotta take. You gotta shake your booty, shake your booty, shake your booty. You gotta shake your booty, shake your booty, shake. And I was 16 years old, so I was like, man, I should ask Amy on a date, but I was like too nervous to talk to her, right? I was I couldn't do it. So finally, it literally came down. It was the last day of school before summer was going to start. And I distinctly remember because I was standing like at my locker, and I could see on the other end of the math hallway where her locker was, and she was like, you know, cleaning out her locker, getting her books, and taking down her post-it notes for her BFFs, like getting ready to go home for the summer, right? And I was like, oh, like this is my last chance to ask her out. Like after this, it's going to be summer, and I'm not going to see her till the fall. So I'm like, I gotta do this, right? So I get all psyched up, like, right? And then I walk down the hallway, and I distinctly remember walking down the hallway for two reasons. Number one, I was walking with my artificial leg, and when I walk with my artificial leg, I have a slight limp. So pretty much I have a natural pimp walk. And so I'm walking down the hallway. The other thing that was important about that was in that moment, I composed in my mind the greatest pickup line of all time. I walked up to Amy Gardner and I was like, Amy, we should hang out sometime. Now let me tell you why this is so good, alright? Because a lot of times guys try to spit game like, can I have a number? Will you go out with me? But the problem with these things is that those are yes or no questions. You do not ever want to ask a girl a yes or no question, because if you do that, she can say no. Exactly. If she says no, then you've been rejected. If you've been
was just make an opinion statement. Also, I was going through puberty. I was like, my opinion is we should hang out sometime, right? Because no one else can disagree with your opinion, because that is very rude. For example, let's say that I went up to her to share an opinion such as, Amy, I really like Nerdfighteria. And what's she like gonna do? Probably she's gonna be like, yeah, okay. But what if you shared an opinion such as, we should hang out sometime? And then she was like, yeah, okay. Oh, she just said okay and has in effect agreed to go on a date with you. So anyway, it's a good trick, you should use it. I take her out to play golf. It's where I'm from in Harrisonburg, Virginia. There's this free par 3 golf course. And we get on the course and we're at like the 6th tee. And I put the ball down on the tee and I hit the shot. I'm like, 4. Right? And I hit the shot. And it's like this perfect parabolic arc. It like soars through the air. Like one of those levels of Angry Birds where you have to get the bird over a large pile of stones in order to blow all the pigs. Like that. So it stops like 2 or 3 feet away from the hole. Now I am so excited because I'm like, oh, this shot is so good. She's totally gonna want to make out with me now. It's awesome. So I'm excited. Yes. Now, something else that you should know about artificial limbs is that they are pre-programmed to malfunction at the worst possible moments in your life. Yeah. So let me give you a slow motion demonstration of what happened. I was like, yeah. Oh! It's like the Matrix. Oh! Right, I fall down on the ground. All right, and it's very awkward. Like Amy doesn't know what to do because, like, what do you do when the guy with one leg falls down? True story. I look down, I don't know how this happened, but the foot on my artificial leg is turned around backwards. So you can imagine the other golfers are looking at me like, yeah, 911. I have a serious golfing emergency. This guy's foot is like broken backwards. No, seriously, I'll send you pictures. I still on. So I'm sitting there, I'm trying to figure out like how I can remedy this situation. And I think of this idea. I walk over to the edge of the golf course, which, by the way, not easy to do when one foot... Can we go wider? Wider, 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 wider. I'm talking to the cameraman. Yes? Yes? Perfect. So it's not easy to do when one foot is facing this way and the other foot is facing this way. Right? So walk over. And I take, I was walking behind the podium, let me do it this direction. I walk over! And I take my artificial leg and I start kicking it against a tree to try to pop it back into place. Right, so I'm just like kicking this tree. And at that point I feel like the other golfers are looking at me like, it's like Chuck Norris over here. That's some anger management problems. That was ridiculous. I'll never forget that. But that, my friends, is the true story, the genesis, the origin story of the greatest pickup line of all time. I want to share one more origin story with you today.